Yes, you already know who it is. Two of the best bad guys in the biz. I go by the name of Steph Ronan, and that's my main man, Aaron McKee.
What up, y'all?
And we are to welcome you to Word on the Street. Let's get into it, Oos.
Let's get it, bro. We got some crazy word on the street this week. We're going to start off first with Triple H in WWE saying they told their creative writers to not listen to online fans, which is crazy because they just brought back R-Truth because of online, fans. And R-Truth is now, I hope y'all got what y'all wanted. He was used as a third person in the CM Punk John Cena rivalry. What are your thoughts, bro?
Yeah, so you're speaking about based on pretty much of the Nick Khan interview.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I told you that man's the devil, bro. I'm telling him, keep saying that shit. He's the devil. That dude is the devil. So let's put some context behind this. Basically saying we write stuff for the universe and not for a small pocket of fans. And I texted you, I was like, that explains why Karrion Kross ain't getting this push.
Yeah.
I just find it laughable for as so much storylines and emphasis that's put on the internet by clips and putting matches on the internet, like backstage segments that you got to watch to understand what happened on Raw or why this situation is happening on SmackDown. For them to be so reliant on the internet and then sit here and say that they don't listen to the internet doesn't make sense. I guarantee you they do. I
Yeah.
just find that's a bunch of hogwash, bro.
We don't listen to the fans until we do. And then we'll change it. We want Cody. That was all the fans, bro. That was everything. That was the internet. It was trending, but they don't write to the fans. But yeah, you do. Like it just makes no sense for him to say that when this interview was premiering with Stephanie McMahon, they brought R-Truth back. It was crazy to me.
I think they want to give off the illusion that they don't listen to the fans, but in reality, they really do. As far as the online chatter,
Yeah.
They're so smug about the situation, though. This is what makes me so dislikable. They're so smug about, like, we don't listen to the online stuff. Online's not real, and we do things for the bigger. We write shows to gradual to the casual audience, not for the hardcore fan base. They say these things all the time. They're basically spitting in our faces. Like, you hardcore wrestling fans that love wrestling so much that you're still going to watch no matter what the fuck we put on. We don't write nothing for you guys. Even though you are the lifeblood and the backbone of this whole fucking industry is hardcore wrestling fans, we still not going to write anything for you guys because we want to draw in the casuals. The casuals who we want. You know what I'm saying? So, that's very disrespectful to me. If you really think about it and you look at shit, that's that elitist mentality of, we know what we're doing. You can't tell us no different, and you better shut the fuck up and enjoy the show.
Yep. That's how I feel,
that's
too,
what
bro.
I got from that.
Yeah. And speaking of that, they're about to release at the end of this month, July 29th, on Netflix, WWE Unreal. We get a peek behind the scenes of what they're doing, bro. I know you're not too happy about the show. I know a lot of people ain't too happy about the show. I'm going to watch the show. But it looks like from the highlights, it's kind of between that, like when John Cena win the Elimination Chamber, Royal Rumble. So it is a ways back. So it's not like it's going to be like a weekly thing right now. It's going to be what they did months ago type thing. So are you going to watch it?
I'll peep it out. I'll be honest and say I'll peep it out. But I'm not going to, like, if I miss an episode, I'm not going to be like, shit. I mean, bro, I haven't even really tuned into LFG.
Yeah.
Like, and I want to watch some of that. I want to watch some of that shit. I just have never really caught it. You know what I mean?
I got that on the list, bro. They're already starting season 2 right now. The first episode already premiered. I'm like, God damn, y'all just finished last season. And now they're already going into it. And guess who's not on the show no more? Mickey James.
Oh, yeah. Can they replace with Michelle McCool?
Just like he replaced his homeboy on the fucking Undertaker podcast, bro. That shit's insane to me. Undertaker replacing everyone with his wife, bro. I said, if you had a wife, you'd replace your wife with your wife, bro. What the fuck's going on, bro? This man replacing I can't. Okay, so, and I remember watching the first couple episodes of the Undertaker podcast, right?
Right.
And it was called 6 Feet Under with Mark Calloway. This motherfucker made The Undertaker do the podcast. He did not want to do it. He was like, I don't want to do it, blah, blah, blah. He's like, dude, it would be number one. It's going to sell. This guy was the driving force behind this podcast. And then to go and replace him with your wife, because you know why? Because now it's a WWE affiliate podcast, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So they were like, lose that loser. We're going to change it 6 feet under with Mark Calloway to 6 feet under with The Undertaker and Michelle McCool, bro. That's insane to me, bro. That's insane. I couldn't be like, you're the one that made me start the podcast, but you're gone, bro.
Right.
You're gone. I'm sure he got paid. But still.
And and I mean, maybe it's not really Taker's fault. I really think it's a TKO, another money grab.
Yeah, but he agreed to give TKO and all them the rights to the podcast, to make it a WWE affiliate. He could have said no. Him and his boy could have kept doing the podcast, got their own sponsors. It was one of the top 5 sports podcasts in the world. They would have been just fine without WWE. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But again, I think WWE came in and saw the success of it and swooped in and promised them, hey, we'll promote you bigger, make the podcast bigger. We got the media outlets to do it, but it's going to be under the WWE umbrella. So
yeah, and you're going to have to add your wife. And the whole Mickie James thing on LFG, they were like, no, well, it was supposed to be her and Michelle, or it was supposed to be Michelle first, but her contract wasn't, or her life wasn't lined up. So they put in Mickie James, and they only signed Mickie James to a 1-year deal. Yeah. And now that Michelle is available, they're gonna. I was like, bro, stop with the bullshit, bro. And apparently, Booker T walked off the show on episode 1, bro, because he was pissed.
Yeah, I think it was. I saw that. I was like, "Was he pissed about? Was they pick someone that he wanted to pick or something?"
Yeah, I don't know, bro.
That's bullshit, man.
That's bullshit. Shit's crazy, bro. Shit's crazy. I mean, but I think it's a little rushed to do LFG again. It's crazy. It's like it just ended, bro. Yeah, it's gonna get oversaturated like the Marvel universe and the Star Wars universe, bro. They're just gonna keep pumping out shows, and it's just gonna be too much to keep up with.
They're going to eventually make everybody either put them in the PC center, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or they're going to be in NXT. Like every single one of those people on that show is going to be utilized eventually. Yeah. Just like a couple of years back, they had the NXT. The original NXT was not even a third brand. The original NXT was the Future Stars of Tomorrow, and they had them come out on, was it like Raw or ECW, Sci-Fi, whatever, and have do these competitions of who's going to be the next superstar. And it had these competitions like who can cut the best promo. They had these obstacle course they had to go through around the ring and stuff. It was and each superstar had like a mentor, like a veteran mentor. So like the Miz was Daniel Bryanson's, Oh shit. Yeah. So this is where the whole history came about. I think Wade Barrett had somebody else, and this is how they started the Nexus, and so it's similar to that. I mean, it's a lot similar to that. So
shit's crazy, but keeping up with the WWE pettiness, WWE wanted a MJF free trailer of Happy Gilmore 2 so they can run it on Raw on Netflix, bro. Yeah. That is insane to me, bro. I can't even believe that was a thing, bro. What are your thoughts, bro?
Is it safe to say that the WWE is fucking petty? Like
they are bro.
The pettiest of the petties. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you another. I'm gonna add on to this. Here's another word on the street. I'm out doing my rounds, ranking errands, and I'm picking up some things. And I'm, always going to Walmart and in these stores, and I'm looking in that toy aisle to see like the wrestling stuff, like how much merchandise they got of wrestlers. Right? I usually go into Walmart, and right next to WWE, there's AEW stuff. Yeah. Jumbled up, like bunch of action figures, belts, rings, all types of stuff, right? I go in there yesterday. I see nothing but WWE stuff in Walmart. Could it be? Word on the street is WWE could have done with Walmart to make them the only pro wrestling merchandise that they're going to be able to carry. They to be exclusive license to carry WWE products. Nobody else can carry Nobody else can carry AEW toys in their stores when it comes to Walmart.
See,
So
I
it's only
think
WWE.
I
So
think I just saw that AEW cut a deal with Walmart to where you can go in there and buy T-shirts and stuff now. I
really,
just saw that. Yeah, bro. I saw that. Yeah. AEW is officially signed with Walmart for apparel. I don't know about toys.
okay, so
but
they
it's
might be for apparel, but not toys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because toys, there was none. I went to 2 different Walmarts, and neither one of them had none but WWE shit. They
Yeah.
cleared out all the AEW stuff. Now Target, they do both. They have AEW and WWE.
Yeah.
So again, this is more just add on to the pettiness, bro. If that's true, bro, hey, get them toys out the store. We won't do business with you if you're doing business with them. You know what I'm
WWE's
saying?
hella petty, bro. They're a little scared, I think. They're a little scared. They're a little trembling in their boots.
I don't think this is Triple H doing this stuff. I think it's Nick
it's all TKO.
Khan.
It's all
Nick
TKO,
Khan.
bro.
No, it's Nick Khan. It's Nick Khan, bro.
bro.
It's the devil.
He's calling that man out by name, bro. It's Nick Khan.
It's Nick Khan doing this shit, bro. Let me tell you something. I've never seen a person do an interview as many times as I've seen him do interviews and not crack a damn smile.
Yeah.
That man don't smile for nothing.
He's not a happy guy.
He has
yeah. And I feel like Triple H and Nick Khan are on one side and Ari Emanuel and The Rock are on another side. Because The Rock talks about how good of friends he is with Ari Emanuel. So it's interesting to see, bro.
Well, The Rock also talks about how far back him and Nick Khan goes back. Matter of fact, Nick Khan's sister is the producer / writer for the Young Rock show.
Damn. Terrible show, but it's a terrible show.
It was.
When they had like Stone Cold on there, I was like, that's supposed to be Stone Cold. That looks nothing like
that
it.
Dude was like 4 foot tall, bro. Like, that's Stone Cold.
Shit
Ric Flair
crazy,
don't look nothing like Ric Flair, bro. Come on, man.
Shit is crazy, bro.
Shawn Michaels was black on that show. Chad Frost.
Bro, but we get our boy Vince Russo. I love bringing this man up. He says that if Vince were to ever buy back WWE, which I think is a very, very long shot, and I don't think it'll ever happen, but he's seen the bad decisions he made giving it to Triple H and his daughter. And now if he would get control over WWE again, Shane O'Mac would get WWE after Vince moves on. You know, what do you feel about that?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think that's what's going to happen. It may eventually lead to that where he's involved, but to have total control, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you why. They gave Shane the reins a couple years ago for the Royal Rumble. And they said that was one of the worst Royal Rumbles ever had. And Vince McMahon was so upset with Shane McMahon with the Royal Rumble, how it just flopped. You know, Vince McMahon didn't like it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, did you see that video I sent you? If you did, you need to watch that video, bro. Like, that's going to give you a whole lot of insight with the McMahons, TKO, how we got to this point where we at. And there was also another part of that video was saying that Stephanie McMahon, so Vince McMahon wanted to go of revenue of $100 million for that year. They didn't get nowhere near it. They got about 60 million or some shit. And Vince McMahon blamed Stephanie. So when Stephanie had that leave of absence from the WWE, remember that?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's because Vince McMahon basically fired his daughter.
Yeah.
And this is during the time, this is before all the allegations and shit started coming out.
The dude is cold-blooded, man.
And look, he said, blood is thicker than water, but when it's time for my business, blood is like water. You know what I'm saying? It's got to go. So I have this funny feeling that Vince McMahon didn't really like how Triple H, come on. Everybody wants to sit here and say, that's not true. Bro, Vince McMahon was pissed that Triple H couldn't put AEW out of his misery when they try to go up against them for the Wednesday Night Wars. All right? Anyone notice what happened to Triple H? Oh, he had a heart condition. As soon as that man was down for the count for a heart condition and stuff, they took NXT and turned it from the black and gold to the damn rainbow road. That shit had all the colors of 2.0. That's what you see, all this stuff, bro. It was a Vince McMahon product.
A full reboot. Yeah.
Took Stephanie out. Shane McMahon hasn't been in the fold for years in WWE.
Yeah.
So I'm saying I honestly feel like Vince McMahon don't trust nobody with the E but himself.
But himself.
So I don't see Shane. Maybe Shane McMahon might have his hand in the pot down the line, but you talking about total control? I don't see that, bro. I don't see it.
Do not see it. Well, how about another person who was in the WWE? Two people who were in WWE. Eric Bischoff, Hollywood Hogan.
Oh no.
They set up a vet for real American freestyle, right?
Mm-hmm.
13,000 seat stadium. They have sold 380 tickets.
Yep.
How you feel?
Yep. 380 tickets. You know what I mean?
I think those people are going to be able to move up a little closer, though. You know, wherever your tickets are, you can move up closer, guys.
Shit. Any closer, they be in the damn ring. Shit. Listen, this is what happens when you don't promote. Like, I haven't seen any other promotion for this shit. I'm not even aware of what it's really going to be about. I don't know who's going to be in it. I've seen that horrific promo that they try to cut. That was like an old school NWO promo. It was bad.
And I'm like, is it pro wrestling or is it real wrestling? I don't know what it is. Yeah.
So Eric Bischoff better not say not a damn thing about Tony Khan again, bro. He better not say another damn thing about Tony Khan, because promotion is something he needs to do better promotion. Well, hey man, take your own advice, my guy.
Yeah,
do
take
better
your
promotion.
Own advice. You got a huge podcast, bro. 83 weeks or whatever. You got a pot. Let's see what happens, bro. Come on, my guy.
I got a funny feeling Eric Bischoff's about to be eating some crow here in a little bit, bro.
Yeah,
he's gonna be like, Tony Khan apology.
Yeah, and I guess Hulk Hogan's opening a bar right across the street from Madison Square Garden. You know, another Hogan's Hangout that he's got down in Florida. He's opening a bar right across the street, New York, from Madison Square Garden.
The All-American bar, huh?
Yeah, something like that. Some shit. I'm like, bruh.
And guess what? People's going to go.
People's
going to go.
Maybe wrestling fans will go, but I don't know if he's going to get a little foot traffic if there ain't no wrestling events around, bro. I would grow to say a lot of people in New York City who live there don't fuck with Hulk Hogan.
I don't know about that, bro.
Just a political view aspect of it.
But shit, where's Donald Trump Towers at?
Hey, bro. New York City, baby.
There you go. There you go.
All right, bro. Stone Cold Steve Austin says he got one more match in the tank, bro.
What?
And I've seen a lot. Yeah, one more match in the tank, bro.
Okay.
And I've seen a lot of things that are saying CM Punk versus Stone Cold at WrestleMania 42 in Vegas, bro. Do you want to see Stone Cold wrestle again? After he almost decapitated a lady at WrestleMania 41 with his ATV.
It's going to be a street fight. It's not going to be a wrestling match because Stone Cold can't take any bumps like that. You know what I mean?
His match with KO was pretty good. What is that? 39?
Yeah,
39?
That was decent.
Yeah,
that was decent. That was a decent match. It's sort. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
Why not? You know what I'm saying? If I can watch another Goldberg match at 58 years old for the last match, why not Stone Cold? Get them in there. Get all the ball guys together. Let's do it, bro. Let's do it.
I give credit to John Cena saying, "Look, this is my last year. You're never ever gonna see me again," and I actually believe him.
Yeah.
But every time a Ric Flair, or this person, or that person, the Stone Cold is like, "This is my last match," I don't fucking believe him, bro. Because there's always gonna come back and be like, "I got one more in me." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too insane, bro. When you say it's your last match, how long ago was that Ric Flair retirement match with Shawn Michaels, bro? So long ago.
So long ago.
This motherfucker has had a whole career after that match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
he went to TNA. He started having matches.
TNA, little AEW, bro, until like Tony Khan like kind of sidelined him. But my God damn, bro. Just stop, bro. Just stop. We don't want to see it.
The man had a match. Ric Flair's last match, a whole event, sold out. Everybody was there.
Yeah.
All the rest was there. He had 2 heart attacks in the middle of the match. He didn't even know it. He said he didn't even know he had heart attacks. after the match, went out and drank 40 beers or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Then, had to go to the hospital, and he told me, said, man, you had 2 heart attacks. And he said, what'd you do afterwards? I went out and started drinking.
Yeah.
What the
And now allegedly he's having some problems in restaurants and bars, bro.
Yes. Speak on this, man. Like, what is this problems, man? Speak on this.
I saw was it a Reddit poster? Like, have any of y'all seen Ric Flair out? This man gets wasted and shits himself at restaurants and bars around the country, bro.
Doo-doo on himself. This is what happens
crazy, man.
when you drink too much and you up there in age and you can't control your bowel movements. This is what happens. You think you got to fart? You think you got to fart? Nah, ain't nothing farting coming out, boy. It's solid coming out. Ain't no air coming out. It's solids.
It's a motherfucking shark, bro. It's a motherfucking shark.
I'm going to tell you one thing. He over here pooping on himself. Everybody at the bar saying, woo, but they ain't saying woo because Ric Flair. They're saying, because that shit stank. What's going on? Woo, it's stinking here.
Hell yeah, bro. So, bro, I'm listening to this Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens podcast, bro.
Great. It was a great show. Great episode.
It was so good.
Yeah.
So they were talking about when Cody went on the Indies and he wouldn't charge that much, even though he had the WWE name, blah, 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 blah. They bleeped out the name they were talking about of an ex-WWE person who did charge a lot because of his name, and it just didn't work out for him in the Indies. Now, I chat GPT'd it to try and figure out who they were talking about, and the word on the street was it was CM Punk. Then Ryback comes out and was like, I know them motherfuckers were talking about me. It was me they were talking about, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, God damn, like, who do you, like, do you think it was anyone that went on the Indies, charged too much because they were in WWE?
Yeah. It was
Who do you think it was?
It was Ryback, bro. It was Ryback. It was Ryback. Because CM Punk didn't do any indie shit after he left WWE.
I thought he did a little bit.
He did a
little bit. Okay.
He left WWE and he wasn't even in the indie scene. So ChatGPT got it wrong on that right there. I don't know where that shit got from. It was Ryback, bro. Ryback. That's why he said, I knew they were talking about me. Yeah, they were talking about your ass because he was one out there charging insane amounts of money because he had the name Ryback, bro. When nobody paying that shit.
He said it was my agent who was also a booker told me I should charge that much. And then he said when he quit the Indies, it wasn't because he couldn't get booked in the Indies. It's because he had to go home and take care of his dog.
Okay.
Yeah, and he doesn't regret any moments he's had with his dog since then. He wouldn't change a thing. Bro, Ryback is a character on fucking TikTok and all that shit. But
let me tell you something about Ryback. This dude
was dangerous.
This dude, Kip Sheffield, his original name was Kip Sheffield when he first came to WWE on NXT.
Okay, Ryback's better.
Right. And then they try to make him Goldberg 2.0. That shit ain't work.
They did. It didn't work.
He didn't have nowhere to order Goldberg, okay? His whole thing was feed me more, and I'm eating everybody. Like, he was supposed to, I don't know, it was corny. I didn't like Ryback. Yeah. It was Goldberg mixed with RVD singlets. He had Goldberg's trying to in-ring style like Goldberg, but he had a singlet like RVD. Spray paint singlet all the time. Airbrush singlets, right? Nah, bro. Ryback was not a draw. He wasn't a draw in WWE, and he damn sure won't be a draw in the independent scene, bro.
Yeah.
He was not regarded. Like, no one liked him. No one liked him, bro. Only people who liked Ryback was the little kids. Okay? And this is what I think people need to understand when it comes to, remember we talked about before how why is it in the streets, on these internet streets, they're getting so much backlash, but in the arenas you see all these people going crazy for him, right? Merch, number one.
Yeah.
I heard Paul Heyman talking about Jey Uso, talking about, man, he's 1 or 2 in merch sales, people going crazy for him. He's a needle mover and all this. Doesn't necessarily mean it's people like you and me. It's little kids. This dude, little kids. Parents will buy what little kids want. If little kids say, I want a Yeet shirt, it's going to buy the Yeet shirt. It doesn't mean that people other than little kids is buying stuff. I mean, hell, John Cena's run was supported by little kids for so many years. You know what I'm saying? So, so it's maybe it's popping on that side of the youth age, but on another side of the spectrum of age, it ain't popping so much, bro. Yeah. And I think that's what the WWE gets confused. And maybe they don't get confused. Maybe they know this and they just put that shit out there just to make people believe what they want to believe. But in my reality that I've seen in my life, bro, I'm telling you something. It's the little ones. It's the little kids. It's the preteens to little kids that buy and support these merch as far as from
like
their parents.
ain't none of us over the age of 25 buying the yeet hands at the stadium. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We're not buying the yeet hands.
We're not buying the foam fingers. You know what I'm saying?
It's the little ones. We're not. It's the little ones.
The glasses.
Yeah.
We ain't buying them glasses.
No, that's the little ones. So I can see the parents being parents, and hey, we'll buy this for the kids, and it's the kids that going crazy for them. Like when Jey Uso comes to the crowd, it ain't nobody grown standing next to him. It's little kids doing the yeet shit with him. You know what I'm saying? He's for the kids. So I can see why he's getting that love he gets in arenas because of the kid fanfare that he has, right? And this is what they always said. Don't matter what kind of business you're in, if you can get the kids, you're good. Because the parents are going to do what the kids make them happy, right? Yeah. So I really honestly believe that's what's happening with a lot of the numbers and things. So put it this way: Karrion Kross being the number one merch seller because it's people like us buying his product. It's the older crowd. Yeah, it's not a kid thing. You know what I mean? It's the older crowd. So I feel like that's something WWE needs to factor in if they're going to talk about these numbers, the age groups. The demographic. That's what they like to call it, right? For sure. The demographic. You know? For sure. So I feel like that's what it is. Because I think the older crowd don't really care for much for Jey. And I think the younger crowd really loves him. And I think you have to clashing, that's what it really is. That's what I feel like.
I'm still eating in the crowd though.
I could be wrong. Bro, 4 letters.
One word.
You know, I understand. But I feel like I think that's what all that stuff come from, to be honest with you. I think it's the age groups. Yeah. No one talks about that. And if I hear a motherfucker say that shit after I made this tape and his own goddamn line, he stole it from the 4-4 Heelz. Because I ain't heard nobody say it or break it down like that before, bro.
And bringing up merch sales, Roman Reigns been gone for, I believe, 66 days, 67 days. But that OTC black and white shirt at WrestleMania, still one of the top sellers in WWE shop, WWE online, all that, bro.
He should be.
This man is a money magnet, bro. And people criticize him. And I think it is like, if Roman was there every week, would he be as big? Do you feel that? Or do you think he needs to be there as like little as possible to be like that like the Andre the Giant attraction? You know what I'm saying?
If Roman was there every week, he'd be bigger.
You think?
I know so. If Roman
he's already big though.
If Roman Reigns was there every week, bro, and I'm talking like let's say not even wrestle a match, just cut a promo, just be a on screen character every week. Yeah, he'll be bigger.
But I feel like all anyone can talk about online is when this guy is returning. You know what I'm saying? Well, would we be talking about him as much if he was there every week? I don't think so, bro. I think they found lightning in a bottle and they need to keep it that way.
I think it's because if he was there every week, it depends on what storylines they involve him in.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. The storyline is, when is he returning all the fucking time?
That's a suck ass storyline, bro. Like, what kind of storyline is that?
But it draws the fans in. We're gonna tune into Night of Champions because he might return. We're gonna tune into SummerSlam because he might return. I think they found the way to use Roman, and they're getting as much juice from the orange as they can, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, I can see them holding back their main stars like they normally do. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I feel like if Roman was there, he don't even gotta be there every week. Let's say if he was there twice a month, he'll be bigger. He'll be bigger because he'll have new merch every fucking 2 months or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Wrestling is one of those things to where if you show up more often, the more often you show up, the more attached people get to you.
I think that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Except with him. With him. Bro.
Definitely with him. Because let me tell you something. It already took an effect on him. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you how I know. WrestleMania 42. The build-up to WrestleMania 42 with Roman Reigns, This is the most unrelevant Roman has been since he started his tribal
41.
chief run
41.
at WrestleMania 41. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At WrestleMania 41. This is the most irrelevant he has been since he started his tribal chief title. He wasn't the main character in that story. You understand what I'm saying? It wasn't it wasn't even CM Punk. It was Seth Rollins, bro.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins was the one who was really carrying that feud, that triple threat stuff going into WrestleMania. It was
But
really
was that the best match of WrestleMania? Possibly.
No.
It was one of the triple threats, bro.
No.
It was either the women's or the men's.
It was the women's.
That's it.
The women's was the best match of WrestleMania 41 by far.
Yeah.
It wasn't, and it's not even close, bro. Like,
it was close. It was close. It was close.
Their match for match, in ring banging, the women get them. Storytelling, the men, they got them in that one. That department, storytelling with Roman, Punk, and they got them with that one. But
the
banging,
fucking Paul Heyman nut grind,
bro. He was in there and cleaning. He want to make sure he got all the tribal nuts, bro.
Yeah, that's that sloppy Joe, if you will, you know.
Sloppy Joe, that boy. Hey, Joe, hey, bro, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, nah, I really feel like Roman would be bigger if you showed his face more. The aura that is Roman Reigns, and based off our post, a lot of people agree, bro. Top number 1, nah. Top 10, yeah. Number 1, nah.
That's all time. Who's the number 1 star in WWE right now?
Number 1 star, period.
It's
Jey Uso, bro.
Jey Uso?
Yeah.
You don't think it's Roman Reigns?
It's Roman Reigns.
I think
it's
Roman Reigns is number 1. I think John Cena is number 2. Then I'll give Cody Rhodes. Then I give Jey Uso. The number 1 star in all of WWE is Roman Reigns.
Are you talking about merch, or are you talking about just period?
Overall.
Then it's gonna be John Cena, right? It's John Cena right now.
That's why he's number 2. He's number 2 right now.
John Cena right now.
There's just one.
John Cena. Let me tell you, and this is why I'm about to prove my point. This is why Roman needs to be more on screen, because look at if John Cena. I don't think we come to a point where we was at last week on SmackDown with John Cena's pipe bomb promo if he wasn't there as frequently as he been for the last couple of weeks.
That's what separates Roman from all the rest, is he doesn't have to be there. He's the attraction, bro. We need John Cena there every week because you're telling this year-long story. Roman can tell 2-week stories, and we're just so involved in Roman Reigns.
But listen, you got to remember, though, when he was on-screen character all the time, the Tribal Chief, this is what made you a fan of him. This is what made everybody else a fan of him, because he was there every week, and you got to understand where he's coming from. Okay, after he lost his title at WrestleMania 40 and went off into the sunset, and he came back at SummerSlam, he came back to a great pop, right? But his story leading up to WrestleMania 41 was stale. It was dry. He was here a little bit and not there a little bit. He wasn't even the main focal point of WrestleMania, and that's your Tribal Chief, bro. So I'm telling you, if he was there more often, not every week, but there more often, he will be bigger than what he is now, because people will give people the game more chance, and we can see his character evolve. Because when he comes back now, he's going to be low-key stale again, because he basically pick up where he left off at, bro.
It depends how they bring him back. I don't think he comes back at Night of Champions. I don't see it happening. I don't understand where it would happen.
I've been saying this for the longest. SummerSlam.
I think it's going to be a month before SummerSlam.
And what PLE is that?
No PLE, but he just comes back to build his match, whatever it is, for SummerSlam.
Oh, see, I don't think he's going to wrestle at SummerSlam. I think he's going to make a return at SummerSlam and then later wrestle down the line.
No, he's wrestling at SummerSlam. It's 2 nights, bro. It's 2 nights. Yeah. I need my Tribal Chief, bro.
Nah, you ain't going to get him.
I need my Tribal Chief.
Yeah,
I need to wear my PLE hoodie. That is the Tribal Chief.
Listen,
that's what I need, bro. That's what I need, bro.
The big dog. You don't get the long dog.
No. I'll buy a big dog hoodie. I don't give a fuck. I ain't eating no dog food like he did, though. I ain't doing that. That's for damn sure, bro. That's for damn sure.
Hey, bro, that motherfucker. Who came out? Who came out and mocked him one time? And that motherfucker had his theme song, but it was dogs barking. Ruff, ruff, ruff.
Was it fucking Baron Corbin that poured the dog food on him, bro?
And Nick Namath, bro. They had him a dog. He put a dog face food on his face. Oh my god, that shit was funny, bro.
Terrible. Speaking of terrible times in WWE, Vicky Guerrero says she is making a return to WWE television, bro. How do you feel? She was terrible. She was terrible, bro. And like, terrible. How do you feel? Do you want to see her back? And
no,
I
don't have no feelings towards this person, like as an on-screen character, bro, at all. It's like,
it's terrible.
Okay, when she gonna leave?
And I said, when I heard she said, I'm coming back to WWE TV, I said, does WWE know? Like, are you saying you're coming back, or like, I want, bro, that would be, what if she takes over for like a Nick Aldis, Adam Pearce? And I love the GMs right now. She would be terrible, bro.
What if she comes back to manage Dominic, be his manager because
of Eddie Guerrero
and shit.
I can see that, bro. I can see that. But man, I do not like, they showed her in Raw a couple I think it was the first Raw on Netflix. She was in the crowd and they showed her. And I was like, ugh, no.
Yeah.
That was some of the worst times ever, man.
Shit.
Yeah.
Last time I seen her, she was on AEW TV. That's the last time I seen her.
Yeah. So you're saying no to the return?
Yes. No. No to the return of Vicky G. No.
Yeah. All right, bro. Let's go a little AEW. Tony Khan has stated he's had tag team championship belts for the women for a year and is just waiting for the time to drop them. And I feel like Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford are the perfect time to drop them motherfuckers in.
Yeah.
How do you feel, bro?
I agree.
Yeah.
But it's got to be some kind of tournament. There's got to be some sort of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I was Tony Khan, to be honest with you, I would have had a casino gauntlet battle royal. I would have had that for the women's team.
Ooh, that'd be pretty good.
You know what I mean?
Winner takes the belts.
Winner take the belts. The first inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
I mean, I like the fact that they are going to get tag team champions because it's because right now in the women's division there's only 2 titles.
Yeah, and there's so many women, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you got Queen Aminata, you got that tarantula chick, doing all that shit. There's so many women, bro. So many women. You do need to add the tag team titles.
Yeah.
And on the opposite end of WWE, the tag team titles are kind of irrelevant. You know what I mean?
And they have a roster full of women as well.
Yeah, that could make it relevant. It's just not.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
who would be your picks besides Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford? If Harley Cameron and Anna Jade, if Harley Cameron didn't just get nose surgery, bro, that'd be a good one.
Well, that's what I got Ty Mello with Anna Jade now.
See, there you go, bro. Bro, I saw that clip of Harley Cameron trying to seduce Anthony Bowens. Bro, it's resurfacing online again, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, she's like, you want this? He's like, bitch, I'm gay.
He said, I don't know if you noticed. Look at my gear, but lady, I'm gay. The whole crowd starts cheering and shit.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious, bro. That shit was hilarious, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro, you missed out some good stuff on AEW, bro. That was some good stuff on that show, bro.
And Harley looked so like
different,
kind of like rookie and uncomfortable in the situation, but now she seems so comfortable.
She's a star now,
bro.
She's a star now.
Yeah,
man. They were selling Harley Cameron T-shirts when they came to Atlanta at the merch stand.
Yeah,
so she's a star.
Shout out, she broke her nose though. She's getting nose surgery.
That's crazy.
So yeah. But bro, FTR, Edge and Christian, is it happening at all in, bro?
I don't think
it has to, right?
I don't think so.
Bro, come on, bro.
Maybe at Forbidden Door.
Damn, bro. I wanted that all. Where's Edge been? Or Cope, if you call him.
He's been put on the shelf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's gonna make his comeback. But see, this is what I like about Colt, because if Colt wanted to, he could be there a main fixture there every week. But he's not. He jumps in and then jumps out. Give them some time to grow more stars instead of taking up TV time for people who needs it. You know what I mean? Colt don't need TV time. Colt can come back next week and motherfuckers will still pop for him and he could pick up where he left off because he's an all-time great.
Like Roman Reigns.
No. This is totally different. This is totally different because you gotta remember, Colt ain't on the level of Roman Reigns, bro. Like, he's not on that main. Well, he's a main eventer, but he ain't. He's not a megastar. Roman's like a megastar. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he needs to progress his character even more. Colt is at the tail end of his career.
Yeah.
How much more progression or evolve?
Technically, so is Roman. So is technically Roman with his contract.
You think so?
Let me ask you this: who's got a better entrance music than motherfucking Christian in AEW, bro? God, that shit bangs, bro. Every time I hear it, I love that music. I was like, MJF's is good, but Christian's is better.
Entrance music? Oh man, I could think about a couple. Shit, I love the Hurt Syndicate shit when that shit comes out, bro. That shit fits them so to a T. Will Ospreay shit, crazy.
Will Ospreay's good, yeah.
Swerve shit, man. That shit is
Swerve shit is good. I just get sick of motherfucking Prince Nana. I can't. I'm like, nah. I don't want to see him,
bro. You can't get sick of Prince Nana.
Yes,
for you to say you get sick of Prince Nana.
Throwing his coffee cup in the crowd.
That shit is dope, bro. That shit is dope.
How about on motherfucking Collision? These motherfuckers had a bottle of Hennessy and was fucking throwing money down.
Listen, let's talk about it, man. Let's jump on that right quick. There was so much backlash because they had a bottle of Hennessy and they were betting real money. They said it was real money because I've seen people on Reddit.
Schiavone got up there and bet some money, bro.
See, I get so mad at this shit, bro, because they say, oh, it's stereotyping. Bro, it's fucking pro wrestling. It's funny as fuck. It was good. Yeah. You see Shane Taylor tell them, bet all of it. I'm bet all of it. I'm getting them. I'm winning them. I'm bet all of it. Prince Nana adding the money in the corner, bro. There was fans who said that. They picked up a couple of the hundreds. They said it was real fucking money, bro.
Really?
It was real hundreds.
Damn. I love Hennessy, too.
It was real hundreds. Bro, I thought that shit was hilarious. And I thought it was brilliant. I'm going to tell you why. What other way can you get someone like the Infantry, over? Get them into the spotlight with Shane Taylor Promotions. Bro, even though there was a match between Shane Taylor, Swerve Strickland, they still find a way to make themselves relevant. Even though they had the spotlight, they were the highlight. You understand what I'm saying? They made themselves relevant. I thought it was pure genius. It was funny. I was cracking my ass up on that shit, bro. And then you have people from the black community who's mad about it. What you mad about? For what? I don't understand when you get mad about stuff like that and you say it's racist. All you're doing is just basically putting the black community in a box, saying, "Oh, we do that. That's all we know how to do." So when they do it on TV, it's like, bro, it is fucking funny. It was funny as hell.
Fantasy.
It was great. They had a little Hennessy bottle. At first I was like, "Is that a Hennessy bottle right there in the side?" Yeah.
Tony Schiavone got up there and was like, "Let me bet a couple of dollars."
Oh man, Schiavone, what are you doing, Schiavone? Getting in on the action. I thought that shit was great, but you know what?
It did his job, bro.
It did his job. Why do his job? Because it got people talking.
Yeah, it did. It was good.
Let me ask you a question. When the last time we ever talked about the Infantry on the fucking 404 Hill podcast?
I can't even remember, bro.
But we're talking about him now.
Yeah.
It did his job.
Yeah.
I rest my case.
That's what they do, bro. And your boy, MVP, wants AEW to do more house shows to benefit the younger talent, bro. That's what he said. Yeah.
I agree. The only problem is they got to figure out something with the house shows. You can't do...
They used to do them. They did it back in the day.
They did it a little bit. They tried it for a little bit. And, I don't know how it went.
Yeah.
But I guess it didn't do too good. That's why they stopped. But if you want to do house shows, like AEW, if I was Atlanta and I want to do a house show, I'll go to the center stage.
Yeah.
I'll go to center stage.
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
go to like
That'll
that.
sell out real quick, bro.
And do little house shows like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I agree with MVP because MVP saying it will help the younger talent get more reps in.
Mm-hmm.
So
instead, their only reps now are just on fucking straight TV.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Like that's
a lot
crazy.
of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So I found it to be like I think it needs to, just be like that. So I agree with MVP. More house shows for AEW. Now, does the house show need to be so frequently like it once was with WWE? No, but shit, a couple of here and there, it wouldn't hurt. So,
Yeah.
I
Maybe
agree.
1 or 2 a month,
Yeah.
Throw a little in there, bro. But Buddy Matthews, bro, still dealing with that ankle injury he
Yeah.
received at Grand Slam Australia, who wrestled a whole banging ass match, probably Okada's best match in AEW. Damn, that sucks, bro. I'm just upset that Buddy Matthews is taking a long time to get back. But what are your thoughts, bro?
He's eventually gonna get back, and when he gets back, I think he's gonna go on a great run when he comes back to AEW because there's a lot of uproar about Buddy Matthews, and I think he's gonna join back with Brody King. Maybe, just maybe, the Hurt Syndicate is holding them tag team titles long enough for Brody and Matthews to take it off of them.
That'd be dope. I would like that.
Because that's the only team that, to me, that's believable that could defeat the Hurt Syndicate. Brody and Matthews.
Yeah. And Buddy, bro. Buddy, I've never seen a bad match from this fella.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Never. And it just sucks that a fucking janky ass ring that they say was planned, but we all know it wasn't planned, fucking hurt this man's ankle, bro. Hurt this man's ankle in his home country. Son of a bitch.
And he was doing this. He was doing this, man. I mean, what really put him on the map and got people really talking about Buddy was his match with Ospreay.
Yeah.
So,
And Alistair had dipped, or Malachi, or whatever you want to call him. He had already dipped. He was out of the picture, out of the question.
How's that working out for him right now?
Yeah. Now, well, apparently, word on the street is they're going to give him a big push on SmackDown, which, in my opinion, is not going to last that long because the fans don't react at all to this motherfucker, bro.
No.
And they had what? They had the little LA Knight, Aleister Black, Damian Priest situation. So maybe Damian Priest versus Aleister Black, which I'm like, man, that's a fast forward moment for me every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so
we'll
see.
It's man.
It ain't for us.
It's not for us, to put it that way. It's not for us. And I said, you know what? I was kind of.
He can bang in the ring. We said it last week. The dude can go in the ring, bro.
No doubt.
His entrance needs work. Everything needs work, bro.
Tell me why I feel like his entrance in AEW is better than WWE.
Yeah, I would say that. Yeah, I would say that too. But he was also with the House of Black, which
the House of Black was
a
dope.
lot. Yeah, I liked it because of Buddy Matthews. You know what I'm saying? And Julia Hart. Julia Hart was good too.
Oh,
and
I like
Brody
the House
King.
of Black because of Brody King. I like Brody. That's my guy. I like Brody King.
Yeah,
I like him a lot, man. I wish nothing but well things for Malachi, aka Alistair. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, like you said, it's gonna be a short run because man, he doesn't get no
pop,
shit.
Nothing.
I'm gonna call him No Pop Black.
Yeah,
shit, not No Pop Priest. At least Priest get a little something.
Yeah, Priest gets a little something. Every time I'm gonna do it, bro.
Every time I see that, what you doing, bro?
All right, bro. I know you want to bring up Cody Rhodes in this baby run. So what's up?
So I got a theory. Yeah, hear it here first on the 4-4 Heelz podcast. If Cody does decide to turn heel, I have the perfect place and the perfect time for it to happen. I'm talking about Saturday Night Main Event in Atlanta.
His hometown.
But not because of that. What else is going on that day in the wrestling industry?
All in.
What better way to fucking be petty and to stick it to the AEW than to have your former co-founder of AEW turn heel to capture all the headlines for that weekend?
That makes sense, bro. That makes perfect sense, bro. I'll give you that one. That one's good, bro.
That's crazy.
That one's good. Yeah.
So if it was to happen, I think that'd be the best place and the best time for it to happen. If WWE want to keep counter booking, counter programming AEW, they want to steal the headlines that weekend. It ain't gonna be Goldberg beating Gunther. It ain't gonna be Revolution. It ain't gonna be the Great American Bash. It ain't gonna be Saturday Night Main Event other than if this happens right here.
If Cody Rhodes turns heel. Who would his match be against on Saturday Night Main Event, though?
No, it won't be no match. It just him be coming out just like he's about to save
Coming
somebody.
out and cut a promo or something?
None of that. He just come out. Oh, his music hits. He's gonna run to the ring try to save somebody. Ain't nobody he's saving. He turns. I mean, he turns on somebody hard, and then after he turns, we hear the damn Rock's music play. He's in it. He comes out and gives Cody a hug. John Cena embraced Cody. They all embrace each other in the middle of the ring. All raise their hands up in the middle of the ring. Saturday Night Main Event goes off the air. That's it.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. I would fucking love to see that, bro.
If that happens, as much as I don't want to say it, if that happens, I don't care what kind of show AEW put on, that shit can be 10-star matches across the fucking board.
Yeah.
If that happens, that's going to steal the headlines for that weekend.
Yeah. 100%, bro. It wouldn't even be close. It wouldn't even be close. Cody
turning heel in his hometown. That's going to take the headlines for that weekend of wrestling industry, bro. It's going to be Cody turning heel. And then the number 2 headline will be All In. And that's crazy because All In is their WrestleMania.
Yeah. Damn,
bro. That's all I'm saying. And if it doesn't happen,
work.
I'm glad. I'm glad it won't happen because then that means AEW will be the talk of the fucking weekend for All In.
Yeah.
That's fair to say, right?
Yeah.
But if this happens...
If that happens, it's over.
It's over, bro.
AEW will have like a good 2-hour window of that's all we talk about, and then it'll be done, son.
Yeah.
I guarantee WWE's coming with some fire that night, bro. They have to. They have to. To get people to not, as petty as WWE is, they're going to make sure we don't talk about AEW
That's
all
crazy.
in, bro.
They don't even want us talking about AEW. Because you know why? Because WWE felt so bad when AEW took the headlines that weekend when they had the...
What, Revolution?
Was it Revolution?
It was Revolution. Revolution was the banging one.
What was after Revolution?
Can't think of the name. But yeah, I think it was Revolution. Revolution was a really good one with the Will Ospreay, fucking Kyle Fletcher cage match. That was Revolution.
Not TNT. I'm sorry, the TNA.
TNA.
It was that same weekend.
I don't know.
That's right. Hold on. I'm about to find it right now. Hold on. We made a show. Double or Nothing. It was Double or Nothing weekend.
Oh, Double or Nothing. There you go.
Double or Nothing weekend. And they ran Saturday Night Main Event that weekend and all that other stuff. But AEW was the talk of the town for that weekend because of Double or Nothing.
Okay.
WWE didn't like that. They was like, these motherfuckers still.
It was like, never again.
They didn't like it, bro. So I think if they want to grab the headlines for that weekend, this is it, right?
Cody Rhodes goes heel. Cody motherfucking Rhodes goes heel, bro. All right, bro. I just got one more. Is Bully Ray says he feels like Paul Heyman, is very not comfortable in his new role with Seth freaking Rollins, bro. How you feel?
Wait, okay. He said that, but what was the reason why he said that?
He was just like the way he cuts his promos and all that shit. And like, honestly, Seth does a lot more talking than Paul Heyman does. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He just says like he feels like Paul Heyman is just very uncomfortable in the Oracle role.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either. When he said that, I was like, not really.
Is he saying that because his voice hit a high pitch at one time? His voice scratched. Is he saying that because of that?
Maybe.
Because other than that, I don't see it. I feel like Paul Heyman has been great in this role right here. You know. So I don't know, bro. I don't know what Bully Ray's talking about, man. I think Bully Ray just be pulling that stuff, hoping that it sticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Speaking of Bully Ray, there's a couple things I do want to say. I've already said before in the other podcasts, but I forgot what episode, so I can't clip them. But I want to clip these two things right here. I talked about before the gatekeepers of wrestling, right? I'm listening to Jim Cornette and he's listening to I'm listening to him when he's giving the review on the AEW Grand Slam Mexico. And it's just like he can never say anything positive about AEW at all, bro. I listened to the first couple of minutes of the show. He goes in order, and he's talking about Heyman Adam Page's promo in Spanish, and he was like, "What kind of shit is this?" I was like, "Yeah,
just because you don't speak Spanish, bro."
I was like, "What is this?" And he didn't like it. He said he didn't like it. He said he didn't. He said Heyman didn't give time for Sockface to translate. He said so. He said people in the arena understood. He said, but the people at home, there was no subtitles, so we didn't understand what's going on. Well, I'm sorry, Jim, but it's 2025. If you don't know at least some kind of Spanish to understand what that motherfucker was saying, he was saying the most simplest words. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same thing when Raquel Rodriguez talks Spanish. I don't know what she's really saying, but I get the gist. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I don't know, man. It's these gatekeepers of wrestling that I have a problem with right now. You got Bully Ray, the Jim Cornettes, the Stevie Richards, these who else?
JD from NY.
No, fuck him. He don't fuck him. He don't even belong in this conversation. I'm talking about former pro wrestlers who give their opinions.
I'm just saying he hates on everything that is professional wrestling from both companies. So,
Well, like I said, that's his gimmick. That's his gimmick. He's the hater. He's like the residential IWC hater. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's his gimmick. So, but let's talk about who else? Who's a former pro wrestler and they just trash
Kevin Nash.
Everything. Nah, Kevin Nash gives some good insights to shit, bro.
But he does. But he trashes a lot of shit.
You do.
That's your boy. I know you don't want to see it.
Listen.
He trashes a lot of other shit.
The only thing that he said that I disagree with, but the shit did make me laugh because it was kind of true. I was like, no, but he said that AEW is Dragon Ball Z wrestling.
I'm okay with that.
He says Dragon Ball. He said it's like no one gets hurt and everybody just gets right back up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, it's like Dragon Ball Z wrestling. First of all, I was impressed because I didn't know Kevin Nash knew what Dragon Ball Z was, bro. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's like, you get these older wrestlers who've been in the industry and they feel like just because they've been in the industry, they can talk so much stuff about it. The one person that I like a lot, and you put me on to him, who talks about wrestling, and I think he's sort of like us. He speaks his mind. He keeps it 100. It's Tommy Dreamer.
Yeah.
I like Tommy Dreamer when he does. And I also like Mark Henry, even though you say you don't like how he talks and stuff, but
he's hard to listen to. Yeah.
But Mark Henry be on point, though. He be on point. Hey, shout out to Mark Henry. He said, it was for Mark Henry. He gave us the highest rated fucking clip. He was like highest rated clip from Mark Henry for what he said and stuff,
Sexual chocolate.
Sexual chocolates, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't like the gatekeeping of pro wrestling. I don't like when pro wrestlers tell pro wrestling fans, you guys don't know what you're talking about because you never took a bump in the ring. Yeah. I think that's highly unfair, and I think that's fucking wrong. You can't not say that to pro wrestling fans. Like, we are the lifeline of the pro wrestling industry. If there's no fans watching this shit, you guys don't have a job.
Yeah. If the only people that were allowed to watch pro wrestling were the only ones that ever took a bump, y'all would get very bad views. Very bad views.
Pro wrestlers,
it'd be terrible.
You know who don't support? You know who doesn't support other pro wrestlers? Other pro wrestlers.
Pro wrestlers,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They are the hardest critics there is on
even
anything.
Like I've heard The Rock's like, I don't watch it. Like I've heard The Rock say that many times. He's like, I don't watch it now.
Bro, I heard Stone Cold
many wrestlers say
times.
that.
Stone Cold's like, I haven't been
watch
watching it. Like,
yeah.
So if they don't watch it on a regular basis, how can they fucking know?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, the gatekeepers in pro wrestling, man. Let's cut it out. Let's cut it out, man. Let's
cut that shit.
They have to. Yeah. You have to give the fans a voice to express their opinions. Yeah. I mean, if you want us to get loud in the arenas, but then be quiet at home, that ain't gonna work for me, bro. That don't work for me.
That's a good point, bro.
That don't
be
work
loud
for me,
in the
bro.
Arena. Shut the fuck up when you're watching at home.
Nah, that don't work for us, brother. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be loud in the arena. We're gonna be louder at home because now, thanks to these podcasts, we got our own platform to give our opinions and views about. Whether you disagree with it or not, that's a total different conversation. But I'm gonna tell you like this: it's gonna be well thought out, well educated, and it's gonna make sense. And then like we saying some shit and hoping that it sticks to the wall. You know what I'm saying? So gatekeepers and wrestlers, only thing we're gonna need you to bring it down to about a 3. You know what I'm saying?
Just open the gate a little bit. Just open the gate a little bit. That's all we're saying.
That's it, man. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Hell yeah.
Bully Ray, calm down, man. Calm down.
Yeah.
Dave LaGreca, calm your ass down. I swear to God, we're going to see him have a heart attack on live podcast stream one day. He gets so angry, man.
Yeah. Even when he was announcing that they're going 24/7 on Busted Open Radio.
What's that mean?
Like they're gonna have a show for every hour of the day, 7 days a week. Like it'll always be live. And I was like, even in that announcement, he was kind of yelling. I was like, God damn, bro, just calm down.
So they're going to go live, have a show being conducted while we have PLEs and Raw SmackDowns and shit going
24/7, bro. 24/7.
Huh. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah. I mean, good for them. Good for them. Good for them. That's dope.
No, I mean, how do you feel? Do you think that would be something that you'd be like, oh, that's dope? Or do you think like...
I mean, I'm not going to listen to Busted Open Radio when a PLE's going on, but, you know, maybe some people will who are at work, who are I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work.
They're going to be doing play-by-plays on Busted Open Radio for all the PLEs and shit?
Maybe. Or they could just be talking about other shit. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows, like bro? Aaron McKee said, open the gate a little bit. Let us in a little bit.
Open the gate.
Second thing I want to talk about that I've already said before. I want to give this man his fucking flowers, bro. Like, I was watching some old clips the other day of Miz, and I'm just like, yo. And I've always liked Miz. I got a Miz shirt in my closet. Like, you know, that his most popular shirt he ever owned was the Haters Wanted. Yeah. Because they started to like me type shit, right? And I've always thought Miz was very underrated. And one thing I always respected about Miz more than anything, more than his promos, more than his entrance music and all that type of shit. One thing I respect about Miz was he's very innovative in the ring. Every once in a while, he'll pull out a move that he's never done before. Mm-hmm. And that shows love to the craft. That shows dedication to your work. So I want to give Miz his flowers, bro. Like, again, he's another one of those dudes. When he's gone, people are going to be like, we didn't know how great he was until he's gone.
I don't know how many podcasts I've listened to where the interviewer asked a wrestler, who's the person who doesn't get as much credit as they deserve? And every single fucking time it's The Miz. Yeah. Every single fucking time they're like, KO on Cody's show, The Miz. He deserves this. He takes everything and turns it into gold regardless of what he's given. He turns a pile of shit into a pile of gold, no matter what he's given. And I'm like, hey, shout out Miz, man. Shout out Miz.
And he had it rough starting out. Yeah. He got kicked out the locker room.
Yeah. Yeah. They used to make him change in the bathroom of the fucking arena.
Yeah.
People are like, you Miz? He's like, yep, changing in here, guys. You know?
Yeah. I mean, he proved his worth. And one of the least injury prone wrestlers that I have known. Like, he doesn't get injured. He's always there. You know, I think he injured himself about twice in his career, bro. And he was right back at it, though. So, The Miz deserves his flowers, man. And another word on the street is he's doing okay. Hulk Hogan was in the hospital.
Eric Bischoff said it was bullshit.
Was it bullshit?
That's what Eric Bischoff said. He said all that shit is bullshit. Yeah. Like, he was in the hospital, but it wasn't that serious.
It wasn't that serious. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say he's doing okay. Hogan's doing okay, and again, all these. This is the one thing I don't like about pro wrestling. Like, the fandom about pro wrestling is the fans are so fucking herd thinkers. It's like one person say one thing and they all jump on, they all like start agreeing with the same shit. It is such a herd thinking type of genre. Like, no one offers a fresh perspective besides these guys over here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I seen 1,000 Goldberg hate posts this week. I think we're the only ones that had a positive one, to be honest with you.
Everyone else is negative. Negativo. So,
what I'm saying is, I just feel like Hogan's, the Miz's, like, we should give their flowers now. You know what I'm saying? Isn't this last time I checked? This is America, right?
That's where I live.
In America, people get second chances, right?
Yeah.
So like Hogan, I don't know, bro. I just have this dismay about the IWC and this Hogan hate, the
Yeah.
IWC and this Goldberg hate. Because I'm telling you, when these guys are done, you're gonna look back and look at these motherfuckers are good. They drew money. They are part of wrestling history. You can't say pro wrestling without Goldberg, and you damn sure can't say pro wrestling without fucking Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
We have to stop the bullshit of people getting caught up in the moment. That's it. If people are prisoners of the moment, and they need to have more foresight to see. Oh, I recognize what that fuck. I know what's going on right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're not going to change it. Hulk Hogan is still on my Mount Rushmore of greatest heels of all time.
Hulkamania.
No one's going to deter me from changing that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hollywood Hogan, Hulkamania. He could both those characters could be on your Mount Rushmore. You know what I'm saying?
He's definitely
Hulkamania,
on the WWE Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Definitely. And if you don't think Hulk Hogan is on the Mount Rushmore of wrestlers of all time, you're sadly mistaken. You can't.
Yeah.
I'm pulling your fucking wrestling card. Give me that shit.
Yeah.
Give me your wrestling card. So I'm gonna wrap up with one more word on the street because we didn't get to it last week, but we're gonna get to it this week. I need your top 4 wrestlers right now in the game that you rock with.
I'm gonna go Roman Reigns.
Okay.
And since he's current right now, John Cena.
Okay.
And I know she's injured, but I'm going Liv Morgan and I'm going Rhea Ripley.
Boom. So we get Roman Reigns, John Cena, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley.
I'm going 2 dudes, 2 chicks.
Okay. All right. Well, nobody from AEW.
Well, I was like, I'm the WWE guy. Let's keep it WWE. If there were AEW guys, I think I would put Swerve Strickland as the number 1 guy in AEW right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Above Will Ospreay, just by a smidge.
I got you. All right. My top folk in the game today. Karrion. Oh, I can call him Killer Cross. Definitely up there. Jacob Fatu.
Damn. Shit. You're taking this the complete opposite way I took it.
My favorites. My personal favorites in the game right now. Jacob Fatu.
Yeah.
Will Ospreay.
I knew that was coming.
That's the Billy Goat.
I knew Bruv was coming.
Then I'm gonna put Swerve.
Swerve, yeah. I knew Swerve. Swerve's up there, bro. Swerve's crushing.
That's my dudes. Let me give you my women though.
Yeah.
Let me give you my women.
What's the women?
Will Nightingale, Toni Storm.
Yeah.
Roxanne Perez, and my girl Naomi. Those are my 4 that I'm rocking with right now, bro.
No love for Rhea or Liv. That's insane, bro.
I mean, I like Rhea, but she kind of grew stale on me. She's kind of stale right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And Liv, look, Liv is cool with me, bro. You know, I just need to see a little bit more. I need to see a little bit more with Liv. But I'm gonna tell you one thing.
When she comes back from the injury,
yes,
that's the Liv you're gonna want.
That's the Liv I'm gonna want. Hopefully, let's see.
Yeah.
But I am sad that she did injure herself because I was leaning more to Liv. Like the things she's been doing the last couple of weeks has been in my favor. I'm like, okay, I see it a little bit now. But then she got hurt, bro. Like it was a freak accident, bro. It was completely freak. She just landed. It's just one of those freak accidents. You know what I mean? So Kyrie's saying, I know you ain't hurt her, baby. Don't listen to that bullshit, man.
Don't listen to it. Don't listen to it.
But Naomi, bro, you gotta give it up for Naomi, bro.
Yeah, we'll see.
Best.
We'll see how the cash in turns in.
Can I say that? Is it fair to say that Naomi is the best women's heel in WWE right now?
In WWE,
who's a better heel? Who's a better heel than her right now in WWE as far as women?
Yeah, I'll give it to Naomi. I'll give it to Naomi.
Man, proceed with caution, bro.
I'll give it to Naomi. Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I just love Roxanne. She's a beast in that ring. Her psychology and her attention to detail is so far above her years. But then again, I didn't realize that she came from ROH. She is a veteran. I didn't know that she I thought
she's
she
a
started.
young vet.
She is a young vet.
Yeah.
Did you actually? I saw they showed an episode of Divas. Roxanne Perez is on the outside barricade talking to Natty. And she was
Really?
like, "You have any advice for me? I want to be a pro wrestler." And it was Roxanne Perez, like looking mad young and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh
That's
shit!"
crazy. That's
I think it's
crazy.
dope when they people like fans who meet like Rhea Ripley has something like that where she met a wrestler and she wanted to be and because she wanted to become a wrestler and she turns out to be a
Yeah.
wrestler. Cope, he was in WrestleMania. You can see him in the crowd, and he turns out to be a wrestler. I think those are some
Yeah.
dope ass things. And
I
shit,
saw
bro.
like Cora Jade crying in front of CM Punk when she
That's
met him at like an
Cora
off
Jade.
dress.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
But
So
now she on OnlyFans.
yeah, she's making that money only on OF. So those are my top 4. Who are you guys top 4 in the game right now? I'm not talking all time. I'm talking about currently active. Who is your top 4? It could be 2 men, 2 women. It could be 4 men, 4 women.
That was my top 4, bro. That was my top. Roman, CM Punk, Cena,
CM
Liv. No, not CM Punk. Fuck CM Punk. Roman, Cena, Liv, Rhea. That's it. That's it.
That's it, man. That's it right there, man. So we're gonna kick it off, man. You got anything else for word on the street?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Just like, comment, subscribe, motherfuckers.
Let's get it.
Let us know. Fucking Spotify, YouTube. We in there, baby. Full episodes weekly. Peace.
Hey, we appreciate y'all. Keep the love coming. Keep the views showing. Y'all keep commenting. Good or bad, we embrace it. But keep it love. Keep it going. We appreciate y'all. Deuces.
Ooses.
Deuces.